Morning, good morning. What's happening, family? Welcome to the show. It is Michelle Bryant here at WNOV 860 AM, 106.5 FM. You are listening to Say Something Real. Real talk. It's feeling rather Black History Month ish up in here.
Mhm.
I appreciate, all of the work of the Wisconsin Black Historical Society to litter the station with information about key people in Wisconsin history, African Americans that have contributed to the political landscape. I will only say this. I don't know if a part of the displays that have been brought to the station are we gonna do, men and women, but I know it's only one woman up in here. And I don't know what's going on, but I know it better be some women rolling through here. So I don't know if this display that we have going uh, is gonna rotate in and out. But Claiborne Benson, where the hell are women at? That's all I'm getting ready to say. Where is the sisters? Because I got a picture of one sister up in here and some women at a ball on one photo. Yeah, y'all see it. So I mean, love it. Where the women at?
Is one there?
Look, and like I said, it may be a rotating exhibit. We doing the men first, then we gonna do the women. All I know is I'm gonna see some women rolling up in here, Mr. Benson. I know he gonna call Michelle. Claymore talk all soft. Now Michelle. hey, gonna turn stuff up side down. Good morning to my folks on Facebook and YouTube. I see folks checking in this morning. Happiness Donuts. God is good all the time. And it made me think about this white elected official went to a black church. It's been on, you seen it on social media, went to a black church. And all the white folks get coached on black church protocol before they speak. And so he stood up and he was ready. He said, "God is good."
All the time.
And he said, and he had a congregation. What the congregation said, Jermaine?
All the time.
And what did he say after that?
Yes, he is.
So black people start kind of snickering, and so evidently you either weren't paying attention to the whole little coaching session, or your coach left some stuff off. And so when the sister came up, I don't know who the sister was, but she pulled him to the side in front of everybody and said, "Hey."
real quick.
Hey, so when you said God is good and the congregation said all the time, well, yeah, it was some more that was supposed to be said. It was so funny. My God. You know what Deion Cole did that in one of his shows with the young white guy sitting in the front row. And it was so he said, "Do you even know what I'm saying when I say that? Do you know what that means?" He's like, "Yeah, nah." So we do know that there's some cultural nuance to dealing with black folks. But happy Black History Month. The education continues. The journey continues. Good morning, Mr. Rideout. How you doing this morning, sir? Well,
Shayla, I'm doing
I thought
pretty
you was
good.
about to sing a song. It's
I
Valentine's Day. It felt like you was about to sing.
You know what?
I was getting ready for it. Like,
forget about.
is that what we doing? That?
Oh, woo, woo, woo,
No.
Okay.
You're not gonna mess up that key code.
Nah.
You play with these other.
Say play with your mama. Don't play with that key code.
Don't mess up that key code.
No, but Shayla, you know what?
What?
It is beautiful. Like the sun comes up a little earlier now.
You feel
so
it.
I get energy.
You feel a little energy.
So I got a question for you.
I am ready.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Clark,
it's my Friday. I'm ready.
got a question
Bring it,
for you
baby.
too, so
What's the question of the day?
Debo somewhere.
He don't have no
somewhere.
answers.
Yeah, he just got
He has no answers.
Okay.
What's the question of the day? I got a question, yo.
So if a man with no arms have a gun in his pocket and acts disorderly, is it possible he can still get charged with disorderly conduct while armed?
I'm not going to answer that.
Is it possible
for educated people who know that armed has nothing to do with your literal arms? Yes, Jermaine, it is possible.
Oh, okay.
But for borderline people who went to the Greenfield School District, you and Kennedy, there might be a question about, are we talking about his two arms, so yes, Jermaine. But for those that went to King and Riverside, and, well, Reagan is recent, but
I was just wondering, is it possible that he could still be charged with disorderly conduct?
To the learned.
Oh,
who wasn't smoking weed and not going to class. to the learned. I'm just happiness donuts. I don't even know what what are those? Are those cherry bombs? What are those? I don't even know what it is. But Jermaine,
tomatoes.
Oh, tomatoes. Thank you, happiness donuts.
Tomatoes,
and they threw like 20 at you.
Oh no,
I appreciate it. Love the creativity.
I gotta get myself one of these.
Yeah. I mean, it's sad that he actually puts time. I'm assuming he puts time into these things. It's bad, man. It's a bad look. It's a bad look for the station.
I'm just saying that when I'm at home, I say to myself,
what I tell you,
say, huh?
I done told you. I told you about these whole conversations.
Hey, Self going to get her.
Yeah. And then he gonna say, and we just start talking.
Yeah, then we just start talking.
Boy, you Self going to find him a companion.
What you say, Clark?
I get so concerned.
Well, what?
I don't want to know.
The way you wear your hat like that.
I don't want to know.
Okay.
Debo said he has a better question. What did he say?
That boy a genius.
What did he say?
He said, the question is, who put the gun in his pocket?
He could have put it in his own self.
He ain't got no arms.
He put it in with his feet when his pants was on the floor. He took his feet, he put them in his pocket, and then he put the mic. He got his pants pulled up. I mean, y'all ain't never seen people use their feet. I've seen people feed themselves with a fork with their feet.
Wait, hold on. Let me lay down.
Well, I'm just telling you. You said how he get the gun in his pocket. You didn't ask me how he get it out. But I'm telling you, it's the way to get it in there.
This is crazy.
Again, for the learning.
I'm sorry.
I would stop punching below my weight class.
You said you was ready
for the learning.
You said you was ready.
Man, you know what? It's people shaking their head like, I don't know why I tuned in. It is. It's people questioning their choices in programming and listening. Do we?
Yeah.
If they not calling to elevate the conversation,
somebody said, I'm gonna run out of gas.
What kind of running means walking? See, I'm just saying. Look, thank you, Dorothy Jean, but none of these people are wonderful. Just me and Clark. And Carolyn. Let me go to the phone line. Hey, caller, what's happening?
Good morning, Michelle.
Good morning. Oh, don't call me here to support your man and his dumb question. Don't call me here, Angela. What?
Michelle, I call in every morning. I'm just calling to say good morning. Happy Black History Month, everybody. Good morning, Clark Kent. Who you with? All right, morning, D-Bo. Good morning, my love. But listen, ask him, my love, how did he get the bullets in the gun? For those that went to Greenfield and all that. How you get the bullets in the gun?
No, that's a good question.
How you get the bullets in
How you get the bullets?
Somebody just texted me and said it's a student at UW Milwaukee right now who uses her feet to use her cell phone and text.
Wow.
Somebody just texted me that. Thank you, Angela. I appreciate it. And Keith Pierce talking about don't go down that rabbit hole. Like, man, ain't nobody talking about your grandbaby. Thank you, man. You too. He can come for Atlas all day. And then somebody say Kennedy name. Don't go down that rabbit hole. Man, get out of here. You talk about my grandson all the time. Atlas can't get no love from Keith Pierce. Let me go to the phone line. Hey, caller, what's happening? Don't go down
Good morning. I just called to say good morning.
What's going on, Solis? How you doing this morning?
All right, and happy Valentine's Day.
Did you go to Greenfield High School District?
Yeah. No, actually, Mississippi District.
Oh, okay. It's good to hear your voice this morning.
Okay.
All right, take care. Yeah, Keith Pierce, get on my. Don't go down that rabbit hole with me, Michelle.
Hey, somebody said I should go to the Truth Radio.
Yes. Try right on over there. You'll be back. Trust me. You'll be back quicker than you thought.
Oh, no.
And I say this is love. You will be back. Oh my God.
Oh, my
Okay. All right. Let me do this morning what is the obvious. Because folks are hot. Yesterday, anyone, let me preface my comments by saying this. Every time an African American has ascended to a political office or a position of power, there's always that group of people in the background that's worried that Black folks gonna ghetto up the place, that we're gonna lower the excellence, the professionalism. We're going to, what did Archie Bunker say, throw chicken bones out the window. We gonna do something to be embarrassing in those roles. I think an overwhelming majority of people, regardless of where you sit on the political spectrum of ideology, can agree that the Trump administration, the people that he has put in place, that these are the most uncouth, unprofessional, grimy, ignorant people that are an embarrassment to both the professions that they are from, the agencies that they currently represent, and quite frankly, to the Republican Party whose banner they wave. These people are outrageous. Pam Bondi yesterday was so disrespectful. She was so loud and belligerent. She was so disingenuous. She was so above anything reasonable in terms of somebody that is sitting as the United States Attorney General. I know that Eric Holder and what's my girl name? My sister, who was the AG, Loretta Lynch, and even some of the Republicans, Adam Barr, William Barr, I always say Adam, William Barr. I know that these people got a group chat that they just had to establish, irrespective of political party, to just like the shaking head emojis that were going around yesterday as people watched Pam Bondi testify at this House Judiciary Committee hearing about the Jeffrey Epstein files and the way these releases have been done, investigations into Trump's political people he got drama and beef with, the lies that he's told about voter fraud and, having to go after people, and the handling of the U.S. Americans, citizens who have been shot by ICE officers. But she had, like, you could do a highlight reel off any number of her exchanges. But the one she had with Representative Jamie Raskin, remember Jamie Raskin was this brilliant, he's a lawyer, but brilliant individual who handled the impeachment case of Donald Trump. When I say Jamie Raskin and the brother, I can't think of his name. Is it Byron? I gotta go back in the U.S. House of Representatives. They put on a clinic in how you move forward in an impeachment proceeding. It was masterful. Even Republicans, in all their anger, had to admit, you might not like the player, but you definitely got to respect the game, because it was masterful the way Jamie Raskin proceeded with the impeachment proceedings. And she tells this former constitutional law professor that he is, quote, a washed up loser lawyer. That's what this woman said in a House Judiciary Committee hearing on the Hill. The lack of decorum, the lack of respect, the gallery turned into like a damn WWF sidebar or boxing, audience because of the laughter and the jeers and the snickering. It was disgusting. And I could just see, if that was a room full of Black people sitting up there in all of that damn buffoonery and ignorance, what would have been said, how it would have been talked about. I could just see it. If Eric Holder or Loretta Lynch went in there and just started calling legislators out their names, you're a loser, a washed up loser lawyer. I could have seen it. I could have seen the headlines. I could have seen the way people talk about it. I could have seen the actions of the members of the committee in the majority banging that gavel, calling for order, calling for respect, asking people to remove themselves. I could have just seen it. We continue to see that the rules are different. White folks get to go tear up the Capitol on January 6th, primarily white people. It was some Black sprinkled in there and some Hispanic Latinos in the group too. It wasn't all one group. But they tear up the Capitol. People laying on the ground, in the chambers on the floor, talking about where the gas mask at underneath the seats, and helping colleagues, irrespective of party affiliation, because they thought that they were going to die that day. And then after Republicans get up and dust themselves off and Donald Trump threatens them or does whatever he does to bully them, then they all act like, oh, it wasn't really no big deal. We good. People were just a little upset. Millions of dollars in damage to the U.S. Capitol, but they was just a little upset. And then for the legislators who decide, no, these people need to be held accountable, and the justice system that proceeds with those cases and gets convictions, fines, jail time. And then when this man is reelected president, he comes in and wipes all of that out like these people did nothing wrong. And if Barack Obama had around him a bunch of his boys and he was putting them all in spots, yeah, you be the Secretary of the Navy, you can be over the Department of the Secretary of Defense, you can be over DOJ, you can be over this, and this. And all of these brothers, there were allegations of sexual misconduct being connected to people who had went after children, pedophilia, sexual abuse, women being, used as entertainment. Do you know? I mean, do you know what would have happened? They would have had the U.S. military come in and forcibly remove Barack Obama out of office. Him and Michelle and them kids would have been on the sidewalk. So you see the clear double standard of the way these things function, even amongst people who are not necessarily aligned with MAGA and the Republican Party. Because the way people talk about this, every headline should lead with this is a disgrace. With this is unacceptable. These people need to be removed from office. Every headline needs, but there are people that they worried about they licensing. They worried about Donald Trump using the abusing his authority as president and using the power of that office to come after their organizations, their companies. So you got media outlets that are tiptoeing around. Like for the first time, and I got to take a break, but for the first time this morning. So when I get up in the morning, and I just want to say, whoever redesigned Alexa, I hate it. I hate the new Alexa. This chick is too dang nosy. She asks too many questions. She be trying to have a conversation with you. Oh my God. Yesterday, I had to literally say, shut up, Alexa. Because I asked about something and she gave me the information. So I said, no longer talking to Alexa. I said something else. Okay, blah, 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 blah. She weighs back in. Oh, well, it's good to hear you're going to do that. And blah, blah. I mean, like, it's a very different type of Alexa now. It's a conversational, listening to everything you say and regurgitating it back in some capacity. I hate the new Alexa. And whatever they've done with it, there's another level of an invasion of privacy that is going on with this thing. But so my routine when I get up, as I go to break, I get up, go downstairs, do whatever. But when I'm in the bathroom, brushing my teeth and stuff, I always say, Alexa, play the news or play CNN. I say it every morning. This morning, because they've also replaced the way they do the news on Alexa as well. So now it comes from Amazon. Okay. I have to say CNN specifically. If I just say Alexa, play the news, they are now giving me news curated by Amazon. Who owns Amazon? Okay. What's the owner of Amazon's relationship to the Trump administration? Okay. So when they started giving me information about the jobs report, I literally stopped brushing my teeth and I looked at the Alexa unit and I said, I can't trust that information. And I said, Alexa, stop. That we are at a point in our country when we cannot trust the media outlets that are giving us information. Let me take a break. I'll be right back. All right, family, welcome back to the show. Got some callers that held through the break, so let me get them in. Hey, caller, what's happening?
Hey, Michelle.
Hey.
How you doing?
I am good. How are you this morning?
My frustration level is just as high as yours, if not more. So I want to ask you a question because I scrolled it across the screen. And it was a joke, really, from yesterday.
Okay.
Be careful how you judge. So do you think you're judging or do you think you're telling the truth?
Wait, say it again, George. I'm not catching something.
Correct. That's the way it's supposed to be. So you're speaking your truth and you're speaking the truth. So if somebody tells you be careful how you judge, how is that judging?
Oh, okay.
You see where I'm going?
What? Well, yeah. I guess it depends on what got said, though. Because not knowing the context of everything, it. I guess I would have to hear what got said to know whether or not it sounded like somebody was judging or somebody was saying facts, or if it was,
The context is what you're talking about this morning is the shame of, and I'm going to say white folks, but of course we know it ain't all white folks. He has no power, Michelle. The people have the power, but they're giving him the power. Congress in the city could shut this down today, right now, Michelle.
Right.
They could shut all this mess down right now.
Yeah.
If they wanted to, but they don't want to.
Yeah.
Because they're scared of their constituents and the constituents. So this is all about hatred and power at the same time. Like I've been saying yesterday, she made a fool of herself yesterday.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
And they think, Michelle, this is funny, Michelle. They think this is a joke, Michelle.
Because as people say all the time, though, it's being done for an audience of one. She doesn't care what you and I think, what even MAGA supporters think. All she cared about is what Donald Trump saw, because she's not been on the best of terms with Donald Trump lately. So as you are there in your capacity as the United States Attorney General, you talking about the financial health of the nation. What does that have to do with why you are here? And we should be, talking about this, and this, or the only reason you're holding a hearing is because y'all jealous that the economy is doing great. Like, it was asinine. So it was, when people always say these folks are performing for an audience of one, she trying to keep her job and stay in Donald Trump's good graces. That whole performance was for Donald Trump.
So here's what I've been trying to tell a couple of black people that voted for Barack Obama. I said, I think the majority of us thought when he ran in his second term, he was going to basically do like Trump is doing, just write all these consecutive orders and stuff. I think all of us kind of, this is what I'm going to do for blacks. But like I told him, he wouldn't have got away with that. Congress would have shut that down ASAP. They're like, oh no, hell no, excuse my French, Michelle. Oh hell no, you ain't doing this, you ain't doing that. So everybody thought he was going to do that, but it's just like, no, Congress was not going to let him. They got on him about a tan suit.
Right.
You think that he was going to be able to do that? So why waste this time? Well, he should have tried. Why?
Yet alone that you tore down a third of the White House. I will never get over that this man tore down a third of the White House.
And they're not saying nothing, Michelle.
Nothing.
So they just letting him have his way. So the reason why I said that judging yesterday, and I'm gonna loop around because I know he's listening. That bothered me yesterday. Well, everybody's got their opinion. Yeah, you're right. Everybody, but I don't know if you were listening to an interview yesterday on Keith's show.
With that guy, that pastor. Yeah, I was about to wreck my car listening to that nonsense. Yeah, I listened.
He was clowning Keith.
Well,
it was funny.
I didn't really get that takeaway because, and let me be honest, I didn't listen to the whole thing because I couldn't take it.
On the phone, maybe it's different when you're watching it on YouTube and you can see his expressions and stuff.
Okay.
He thought it was a joke, Michelle.
The guy did?
literally, that's the way I took it, Michelle. And from the post yesterday, because it's different when you're listening to it on the phone, because I don't even listen to the radio no more.
Okay, you watch everything.
Only if I'm in the car.
Okay.
If I'm in the house, I either got y'all on YouTube on my phone, or I got y'all on YouTube on the TV. Today I got you on the TV because I didn't want to miss anything, because when you're a whole on the phone, you can't hear what you're saying.
Okay, right.
So I'm looking at you right now on my TV.
Okay.
And the dude was straight up clowning. I mean, Keith was asking the dude some serious questions. Dude, he was like meat yesterday.
Oh, really? See, and then, like I said, you're right. I'm listening, but I only listened for so long because there was one point I even texted Keith during the show, like, "Who is this fool?" I mean, I couldn't even do it. And then when he started talking about there was no systemic, racism, and we over this, and white people can't stop you from doing whatever you want to do,
or white privilege and all that kind of stuff.
And the biggest tell for me was when he said this part about victimhood. Them is white people talking points, white conservative talking points all day. And they try to tell black people, if you raise concerns about maltreatment, mistreatment, then you playing the victim role. So you got black people running around, I don't believe in victimhood. Like, cut it out. As soon as he said that, I flipped it off. I was like, yeah, I'm done with you, bro. So I didn't hear the whole rest of it. I couldn't even do the rest of it.
So when I come on the show and I comment about it, and I get told by my brother, be careful how you judge. And I'm scratching my head. I'm like, judging? How am I judging this dude? And so I'm going to call on the show later on, because I want to know what was I judging about and how was I judging. So, because he likes to talk that religious stuff all the time. So I'm going to hear. So was he judging when he called the Pharisees vipers? Was Jesus judging when he called them whitewash? Was just like, when does our frustration? Because he said, well, we got to know what we know what they're doing. Michelle, I purposely watched Fox, and I'm going to get off in a minute. I purposely watched Fox this morning on Sunday with that little skinny white chick. Do you know they did not bring up about the gorilla stuff in their conversation on Sunday?
Of course
just
they weren't going to.
Ignored it, Michelle.
Nah. I mean, come on now. They wasn't going to bring it up. What was they going to say? They weren't going to bring it up. We cannot do anything that further puts this man in a bad light. And, he does such a great job of it all by himself. And so, of course, that's why I said it's so much now in terms of mainstream news outlets. I just don't watch anymore. I never thought of all people, would get to a point where I don't watch it. And I remember when people would give me reasons why they wouldn't watch the news. And I'm like, no, you got to watch, because you got to be informed. You got to know what they're saying. But at some point, this thing that Dr. Mutri said with her brother on Kweku's show, you got to protect your peace. Man, I can't watch some of this stuff no more. I don't have the patience for it.
You know who broke me of that? Eric Vaughn broke me of that. He said, George, why you frustrate yourself going on what was that station, 620? I forgot. Back in the day with Charlie Sykes and then was
Charlie Sykes and then?
Yeah, and Michelle, you're going to laugh at me. I literally almost did a Chris. I'm like, I'm going to be up there in 5 minutes. Meet me out front.
Oh, listen to TMJ?
Yeah.
Yeah, easily. 620. Mark Belling and Charlie Sykes, a hot mess. But Mark Belling was way worse than Charlie Sykes to me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Michelle, and that's what I was going to say to you. For Charlie Sykes to be doing what he's doing, that should scream volumes about this administration right now.
If that was a hard pivot.
If Meach and these brothers can't see it, Michelle, I give you a lot of credit dealing with that man every day, because I don't talk to Meach no more. He used to talk on the phone, and I try and talk, and he's disrespectful, Michelle.
Yeah, I mean, again, and thank you, George. We got some other callers. I appreciate you, bro. But I understand that everybody got to have a voice, and I don't believe in shutting out nobody's voice, but I do have the ability to shut down how much I listen to. I'm willing to go, I'm willing to meet people halfway. I'm willing to entertain some of it, but there was something about that brother yesterday, and I was in the studio when the call first started. Okay, because I was like, oh, who was this brother? What's the book? Because I wasn't up, and And I was like, oh, let me look. And he smiled a lot anyway when he first started the interview. When he was recounting his youth, and you know, it kind of caught me off guard when he said he found the Lord at 16. He did his first sermon by 17. I was like, well, that was a little quick, but that was just me, because you know, that's your spiritual journey. Okay, y'all know how I am about qualifications and experience. So I was like, that was a little quick, but um, it was something about the interview that felt off-putting to me. And again, not anything that Keith was doing. And, you know, I appreciated the fact that Keith kept trying to, you know, push back, that he talked about the different things that were happening systemically, the root of some of these things. And he kept trying to push the guy for clarity about, no, so what is it that you're saying exactly? And at some point, though, I could just tell. I was like, oh, it's this kind of interview. Oh, you this dude. Got you, sir. And I was real glad that it wasn't me interviewing him, because I was like, I got you. The minute you talked about victimhood, I got you, bruh. Yeah. It was frustrating to listen to. So I'm looking at the comments that people are dropping in, and somebody said his parents even graduated from Howard University. Yeah, all of that, because you know, we have a hope for who people are, and you know, if you get exposed to certain things, that you will be of a certain fabric, a certain, you know, DNA. But it's plenty of people we look at in our own family, and we turn around and be like, dude, where you come from? Because none of us act like that. None of us think like that. None of us are aligned with the things you aligned with. And you got outliers all the time. So even though his parents went to Howard, you could still be an outlier and be on some BS. But yeah, I give kudos for even being able to get through that interview, because your dude was a fool. And I literally texted Keith, who is this fool? And then I think at one point, I think I only sent him 2 text messages, and the other one was, oh my God. Like literally, that's all I could say is, oh my God, when he started talking about the systemic stuff. I got to take a break, y'all. Callers, I see you if you can. Hang on through the break for me. Somebody said on Facebook, dude is hiding behind his religion. Somebody said, I stopped listening to WNOV for a week because someone mentioned I was fake. I guess because I agree with everything Michelle said. And I do. Yeah, we be taking hits for the team, don't we? All right, family, I'll be right back. All right, folks, welcome back to the show. I said I was going to go straight to the phone line, so let me do that. Hey, caller, what's happening?
Hey, Michelle, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you this morning?
I'm doing great. Hey, the buffoonery. Hey, like this younger, well, not the whole generation of younger kids, they do scream that there's no racism, and it's weird. And a lot of those individuals be actually African American people. There's no racism. I never saw racism, and it'd be weird, and you'd be hearing that stuff, and you literally have to go around the corner, up the stairs, and look at the TV, and like, who is this person?
Right.
And they like, all this, y'all destroying something that y'all don't even know about. Y'all shouldn't even be talking about this. And then they it's like they get mad when you tell them what country you from, and they think like, because you're from America, you got to come from Africa. Everybody didn't come that way. And man, I see the stuff every day. I got little nephews, and they streamers and stuff like that. And like I said, the buffoonery that you would hear, it blows your mind. And it don't make no sense to get upset. Just be quiet and listen. And with the Trump situation, I stopped getting upset about that because they started to tell on themselves. They just tell it on themselves. It's wild that people that have the power, they're not really trying to do nothing. But the ones that do, hey, keep it up. I want them to get, man, I can't wait. I really can't wait till they impeach him. That whole cabinet needs to be impeached. And that garbage that lady pulled last night, them cameras should have been cut off. They should have been handcuffed, and she should be in a cell somewhere, because that was just totally disrespectful.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate the call. Yeah, we have definitely taken the way we do business to an all-time low. It was funny. There was a video playing, I forgot what country it was in, where they were talking about piece of legislation, taking a vote, and the legislators broke out into a brawl. And I mean, they was swinging like you was swinging in a bar fight. And you just realize that the lack of respect and decorum, it's in, and I'm not going to say we're responsible for what other countries are doing, but it's just more visible. It's become more, more commonplace. And I just, and it's just so, it's the little things. It's the little things when you begin those, what they call microaggressions, when you allow disrespect at certain levels and it goes unchecked. And then I had to, just stop being frustrated when I saw a mainstream liberal leaning organization refer to Jasmine Crockett as confrontational. And I'm like, so because somebody does not allow folks to get away with the disrespect that's shown, you deem that person as confrontational. I mean, it's a hell of a what that clip I played yesterday when that lady said being black is hard to do. So you talk crazy and say all kinds of nonsense. I push back and challenge it, and I'm confrontational. Let me go to the phone line. Hey, caller, what's happening?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
I've been listening to my name just blasted this morning.
Really? I didn't hear it.
I want to ask a question. In America, who would we consider the winning team? And this is a question to everybody. Who would we consider the winning team far as race? Who would be considered the winning team in this country?
What do you mean by winning? What does winning look like to you?
Well, the people that seem to be ahead of everybody. That would be a winning
So when you
position
say
that
ahead
I
of
would-
everybody, what does that mean, though?
I mean, far as finances, far as
So which race
just
of people
everything.
has the most money, most
Well,
education,
we could
most?
say, we could use monetarily. We could say money.
No, I just want to make
Money.
sure we got
Hold
the
on,
same
money. Well, let's do it
parameters.
this way: money, political power, just about everything. Who would be considered the win? See, what
But
we're
why
doing is
would we
playing
characterize
a
that as
game.
the? But why would we characterize that as the winning team? Because winning implies that we started at the same point, and then because of your skill, talents, and abilities, you ended up besting your opponent, and you won the race. You can't
That's not
use the
necessarily so. If
you can't
that's
you
not
hang on.
necessarily so.
Hang on. You can't
Go ahead.
use the phrasing winning team because that implies that the race was fair or whatever you're doing, the competition was fair in the first place. Because this
Not
was never a
necessarily.
fair
You can give a person a head
competition.
start.
Because
A
this
person
was
can
never a fair
Okay, see,
competition, I need you to characterize that a different way.
Okay. Well, who's ahead? Who's ahead in this country? Then we won't use the word winning. Who seems to be the head in this country?
Well, if we're going to say who has more systems and situations favoring them, then of course we know is white folks, and white folks are particularly of a certain socioeconomic status. Your point?
Okay. Listen, my point is this: you went around, and then you came back to you said white folk. White folks seem to have everything pretty much going in their favor at this point in time.
That's not what I said, but go ahead.
Well, that's what it seems. What did you say? So I don't say the wrong thing.
That's okay. Go on with your point, man. I just want you to get to the point.
Okay, that's right. I thought so. Here, this is the deal. When people come to this country, they automatically go and sign up with the winning team. Although they use
again, we're not going to label this as the winning team.
We'll say they go to the people that we'll say that they find themselves attracted to the people that seem to have more things in place. Like you said, I'm gonna follow your thing. They seem to go that way, and they don't do what we do. See, they come in quietly. They come in very quietly, and they achieve what we should have already achieved. If we look at the Senate right now, you got 5 or 6 Hispanic senators, which you got 3 of them is Republican. We got maybe 4 or 5 senators, and we got 1 as a Republican. And these people, hold on, that's just in the Senate. Now in the Congress, we got how many? We got what, 60 blacks?
So wait. Like if I don't want to rush you, but I do need to move it along. So what is the point you're trying to make?
I wanted to show something. I wanted to show what that dude was trying to talk about.
It seems that you're saying that we're not doing what other immigrants to this country are doing to be able to get ahead. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, and I'm finna share what that dude was saying yesterday. He was saying about the victimism, right? I'm finna bring it home to that cat because he didn't know how to land his airplane.
Will you go ahead?
When you talk about victim mentality, we know that we are victims. Okay, you can't deny the fact that black people have been victimized in this country. If you do that, then that's when me and you sit at the table, and regardless if we share the same political deal, I'm gonna get you straight. And hopefully you walk away saying, this nigga might have been right. Okay, so anyway, listen, the deal is this right here. When it comes down to being victimized in the country, victim mentality, we understand that black folk have been victimized. But the deal is when you play the song and you keep dancing to the same music, the song gets old. The song gets played out. But if we keep dancing to the Isley Brothers Shake, Rattle, and Roll from 1957 to now, it just wouldn't line up. And that's what's going on now. So when the guy said that, you got to be careful when you say that. And then you have to be been bought from somewhere to look at this, to look at it how it really is. So I understand the victim mentality. When the Chinese come here, when the Mexicans, when even the Somalis come here, they've been victimized in their country. But when they get over here, what do? They sit low They be real hush. They stay hush,
Again,
lay in the.
I appreciate it. I do. I appreciate the.
Well, you don't
the
appreciate
thought,
because if you did,
but-
you call me in like you
No,
did.
hey, calm down.
But you can't use your
Calm
bully
down.
pulpit if
I
come into the office.
appreciate your thoughtfulness on this matter. I disagree. I think that we have to look at the fact that Black people are unique in this world.
Of course we is.
Because there is not a single group in this world who does not believe that they are better than Black people, because that has been sold universally. So we will never compete and show up in a way that's comparable to all of the other groups that you've identified.
That's the reason why
we shouldn't. And we should.
You understand them Hispanics?
Hey, okay. I done spent a lot of time on this. I'm gonna let you go.
Tell you this right here,
Bye. I spent a lot of time on it. You know, made my head hurt. You know, I just, we're gonna stop blaming Black folks for the racism, the abuses, the maltreatment, the inequity. We're gonna stop blaming Black folks because we not playing enough of white folks' games. We're gonna stop that. At least I'm gonna stop that. I can't do it with you. And you know, I know what a lot of, you know, brothers who support riding with Republicans try to tell you. Well, if you've been doing it this way for years and that way hasn't worked, then you should try something else. But nobody ever tells you why it hasn't worked. Because the thing that they're asking you to try has been one of the mechanisms put in place to keep it from working. You're asking me to join forces with people who literally figure out ways to minimize my voice, my impact, my livelihood, my well-being, my health at every possible turn. You are asking me to align myself with people who don't believe everybody should have health care and make it so. You're asking me to align myself with people who cut nearly $1 billion in Wisconsin out of education. You're asking me to align myself with people who have tried to figure out how to remove rights from working class people every step of the way, unless you belong to the MPA and the fire department, because I believe that's where their supporters lie. So they're going to look out for their supporters. You're asking me to align myself with people who got the university, Florida A&M University tied in knots right now because they can't use the word Black on the Black History flyer to describe the events for this month. You're asking me to align myself with someone and an entity and an organization that seeks to minimize who I am at every step of the turn and try to make me into a mold of their image. Leave out all my uniqueness. Remove the word slavery from your lexicon. That's what you're asking me to do. No, I can't do that. Have no interest, no desire to do that. So if you're going to tell people y'all been doing the same thing and it doesn't work, you at least got to start with why hasn't it worked? Because you got Republicans standing in the damn doorway blocking progress. And then got you suckers thinking that, well, I sound like us from the 70s, but got y'all thinking that they working on your good and on your behalf and for the betterment of everybody. It's nonsense. That's why I say, if you're going to tell it, tell all of it. If it's not working, why isn't it working? It's not because these aren't good and lofty ideas. Why isn't it working? All right, I need to do a couple other things. Number one, let me slow down because I did not mention the passing of a gentleman in the Milwaukee community who a lot of folks know, love, and respect, Brother Lamar Franklin. We got word yesterday that he had passed away. And there was an article that was done I think back in November, by Brother Darrell Williams, in Umoja magazine, that talked about Lamar Franklin. And I wanted to read just a little bit of what was done in that article. It was a really well done piece. And it talks a lot about Lamar's life and the work that he's done in the community. Lamar Franklin was born and raised in Milwaukee, graduated from Esma High School back in 1963. At the age of 21, he was drafted into the U.S. Army, served from March 1967 until March 1969, earning the title of sergeant. During his service, he was exposed to new experiences, including food rationing and no running water. The worst part was being in combat in the Vietnam War and not knowing if he would make it back home. Through it all, the war taught him to appreciate life and the many comforts that home afforded him. Once Lamar returned home, he received a Bachelor of Science in Sociology at Roosevelt University in Chicago before starting a successful career in corporate sales. He retired as Vice President of Sales at Computech Integrated Solutions after 15 years of service. Not only was Lamar gifted in sales, but he also has an innate ability to bring out the gifts and talents in others while giving back to the community. Lamar is a humble giant whose service has been recognized at the state, local, and national level, serving on numerous state and community boards, including president of Northcott Neighborhood House. Lamar also founded the YMCA Black Achievers Program in Milwaukee and served over 40 years in the LaVarn Way Boys and Girls Club Scholarship Board. Through the Boys and Girls Club Booster Club, he helped award scholarship dollars to youth across the greater Milwaukee area, but whose service now expands the globe. As a direct result of his vision and action over the years, thousands of youth have attended college and pursued career tracks leading to their professional and personal success. Evidence of the many Lamar Franklin success stories can be found in various leadership positions locally, statewide, and nationally. Lamar mentioned that he benefited greatly from organizations like the Boys and Girls Club when he was a child. Hence, with great pride and joy, selfless service, and personal fulfillment, he considers his community involvement a mission to help the next generation in a full circle moment. When this article was done, Lamar Franklin was 80 years old. And one of the things I think that was cool, the way it started, Lamar Franklin, living legend, whose life was worthy of emulation and whose legacy is written in the scrolls of history for generations to read about. And then they listed all of the things that were happening at the time this article was being pieced together. Celebrating his 80th birthday, attending the Lamar Franklin grand opening of the Lamar Franklin Lofts in Milwaukee, which are lofts, 1, 2, and 3 bedroom units designed as affordable and subsidized housing to assist people in need. There are just, I know him from the work we did with Garfield Days and just any number of philanthropic endeavors. So, and you couldn't see Lamar without seeing Mac Weddle. They was boys, ride or die. And so I just want to say that there are so many people in this community that will have nothing but respect and love for this brother, that I join everyone else in offering condolences on the loss of this man, to the community, to his family. And of course, as information comes in about homegoing services, we'll make sure that the community is aware. We know that we have Nate Luckett's service coming up. I think, is it this Saturday? This Saturday. And so you think about these people that are leaving us and the types of legacy and the work that they did and who we are training up to be able to continue, that work. And you understand it's important to pass the torch. It's important to make sure we understand our legacy, our history, so that we know how to fight, how to protect ourselves, how to grow our communities. And Lamar Franklin was a living example for so many brothers and sisters. This is how you do it. Mm-hmm. And this is what you do once you get there. You don't just get there and then sit down. Now you got to do the work to bring others along with you. So to Lamar Franklin and his memory, I just want to make sure that we give the utmost acknowledgement and respect. All right. Got some folks on the phone. Let me go to the phone line. Hey, caller, what's happening?
Hey, Michelle.
Hey.
I know you got to give everybody their equal time on the radio, but he is a waste of good time that somebody else will have. Because he just be ratting off and don't be knowing what he's talking about half the time. He goes from one thing to another. And he just don't stay in one conversation. He carries on to another conversation and another conversation till he don't even know what he's talking about.
All right. Thank you, Angela. Appreciate the comment. Is there another caller? Are we good? Oh, let me go to the phone line. Hey, caller, what's happening?
I'm sorry, I'm still laughing at Angela.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Michelle, I just wanted to add this.
Yes.
I do have to get his brother respect about what he does with the felon ball, right?
Okay.
But if you're so big on the felons, and you don't have an issue what they did in Florida, taking the rights away from them, because once they were out of jail and they had the right to vote, didn't they go back and do something? If you still owe money and all this, now you can't vote.
Right.
And so that shit right there should make the hairs on the back of your neck raise up, my brother, and say that, okay, yeah, I'm done with y'all. I'm coming back to the home team. And I'm going to leave it at that, Michelle.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, family. Look, a couple of quick things I want to announce before I go to a break. Number one, on I have not, Jermaine, this is for you. I have not done my annual Valentine's Day plea. Folks out in the hallway to my oh Lord. My annual Valentine's Day plea. Today is February 12th. Valentine's Day is in 2 days. It is February 14th, which this year falls on a Saturday. Brothers, and I know that I should do this across the board, say brothers and sisters, but because I've noticed primarily that it's brothers, now is the time to have purchased your Valentine's Day gifts. Don't run now. Don't run from the conversation. We should not be looking for Valentine's Day gifts on Saturday. We shouldn't be in Walgreens rifling through the picked over cards that don't nobody wants. And we definitely shouldn't be at the Dollar Tree getting Valentine's Day cards. Now, there will be some sisters who will be like, Michelle, it's the thought that counts. Don't put that kind of pressure on brothers. Well, I'm going to just tell you, that's not for me. Brothers, if you are, what you say, I'm ruining everybody else's Valentine's. I have talked to y'all about buying these baskets off the side of the road. That's sitting on the ground. It's not even sitting on the table. It's sitting on the nasty ground. I done told y'all about buying grown behind women teddy bears. And, you know, we gave people teddy bears when we was in high school. My boyfriend in high school gave me a teddy bear. And that's expected because you had teddy bear money. But if you are of a certain age, bruh, don't be coming up here with these baskets with these damn teddy bears. I'm looking for real gifts.
So what do you suggest?
I'm looking for real gifts.
So something
thoughtful gifts. And y'all knew all year that this was coming.
But
you had time to put my jewelry on layaway.
Oh,
do they still do layaway? But you had time. You had time to get your dinner reservation in. They'll be taking me to Cracker Barrel on Valentine. I'm just saying right now, we ain't going to Cracker Barrel. Why you come flying around the corner? Oh, well, his dog a holler. I must be getting at somebody because he done flew up in here, Debo. Why you tripping? I have to do this with y'all every year to try to salvage relationships. And I'm going to say to the sisters, I'm not ruining it. But we know when cards came from the Dollar Tree. We do know. We know when you bought the $2.99 card versus the $6.99 card. We know.
Well, see.
Don't bring me no M&M heart box.
Somebody say they're tired of the turtles for walking.
I'm tired of the turtles.
Yes, exactly.
With the coconuts in it.
Say it again. They tired of what? The turtles from Walmart. Yes, the little pecan clusters. I'm just saying, y'all have had ample time to do this appropriately.
So you know
what?
I suggested, back in the day, I used to do this little trick around this time.
That you would break up?
Yes, sir.
I know. Y'all break up at Christmas and Valentine's, so you ain't gotta buy no gifts. Thanksgiving, you don't break up at Thanksgiving.
I want to eat.
Yeah, they want to eat at Thanksgiving.
Christmas and Valentine's,
and for the summer. You break up for the summer.
Oh yeah.
So you free to kick it and move around.
Break up.
We was on a break. Y'all love to say that. We was on a break. Be coming back home with babies. We was on a break on the summer. So I'm trying to do my part for family stability and love in our community. Yes.
Zeba said, look what she said.
She said what?
Taking all the fun.
I'm taking all the fun out of it. Yeah, so Michelle, you want to take all the fun out of this. It's not just fun, it's an adventure. You look, I would just say like this.
See, it's all about wondering what you're gonna get.
Somebody said, "Oh, they're looking for the Tiffany box." That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
but everybody can't do the Tiffany box.
It's gonna say Brittany.
You get me the Zales box.
It's gonna say Brittany on the Tiffany box.
Is Kessler still open? I'm just saying. Pandora's great. There are sisters that's into the whole Pandora thing, and they like the little charms, the extra bracelets. Swarovski is great.
So
I'm just saying.
What if I go to Chuck E. Cheese and win something out of the machine?
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you want to go to Chuck E. Cheese and then end up giving your prize to your girl,
yeah, because I worked hard.
You go right ahead.
I worked hard for that prize.
Yeah, thank you. Call me later that day and tell me how it went. But I'm just saying, at the very least, bruhs, please start today. If you've not done this, and then some of y'all brothers laughing because you already got it all planned. It's laid out. She getting ready to be surprised. It's gonna be a great day.
Oh my God, that's brutal.
I'm not even gonna say that on the air. I'm not doing that on the air. I'm not even saying that. It's so. What you just said is so raggedy. I'm not even gonna say it on the air.
That's him.
I know, but he literally said he would. How do you say I'm taking her to a funeral and then to the repast like that's a date? How do you say that?
Michelle.
Yeah. See,
no. I got mine figured out, Shell.
You got yours figured out.
I got it figured out.
What you doing?
I'm gonna have some food on the table, spread it with some roses.
What you gonna do? What now?
I'm gonna have some food on the table.
Food on the table?
Yeah.
Food from where?
From Popeyes. We gonna go get some baked beans from the barbecue place. And
food on the table.
And me and myself and we gonna enjoy.
Oh, so this is you and your Valentine's Day.
A trifecta.
Hey. Now if that's how you want to treat yourself.
Like you
treat yourself.
That's it.
Because if I gotta take myself out for Valentine's, I'm at Capitol Grill. I'm enjoying my lobster and mac. I'm gonna have me a nice cut of meat. Beautiful bouquet of some beverage. But if you a Popeyes and baked beans, dude, you be that. You be that.
Actually, to be honest with you.
And that's why you think.
No, actually, no.
What?
To be honest with you,
what?
When I do take myself out to like the places like that, man, I'm going to Cooper's Hawk.
Yeah,
Hey, man, I'm gonna put on a suit.
This is just my public service announcement.
And I'm gonna put a chair right across from me. Ain't nobody gonna be sitting there though. And I'm gonna have a
and
whole
you
table.
always go too far.
But that's what happened.
Why a chair got to be across from you?
Because so it can look like somebody there.
Nobody, because it's gonna look like you got stood up. That's what that's what it's gonna look like. Just be proud to go eat alone.
I told you need to give self.
I'm just saying, be proud. But brothers, I'm being honest now. Y'all be playing on Valentine's Day, and these sisters be gracious and nice.
They don't do nothing for us on Sweetest Day.
We didn't. I mean,
they don't do nothing for us.
That was a made up day.
Well, Valentine's Day was made up by some dude that was in love with.
But Valentine's has been around longer. I'm just telling you, please, who is Cupid?
Right. Ask that question.
Anyway, do what you need to do so that somebody said, I am cooking dinner. Well, go ahead on, bro.
Who is that that's cooking?
I ain't telling you. But he said he's cooking dinner.
Hey,
his significant person.
So are you selling any of the leftovers for those? You want to make some money on the side, brother?
I'm just saying. And look, and if you are from the Jermaine and Debo School of Cheap, on Saturday over at Greater Life Community Center, they will be giving out food and toiletries. You can get a free hot lunch while supplies last, which you then can in turn take home and give to your Valentine. So the folks over at Greater Galilee have been doing this. I don't know if it's been monthly, quarterly, but they have been doing a free hot lunch, and it is that time again. It's going on from noon to 2 p.m., 2432 North Teutonia Avenue. And you'll see the signage when you get out there, and they are giving away a free hot cooked lunch and toiletries while supplies last. And this is brought to you by Gathering at the Crossroads.
You know what? I will gather at the Crossroads. I'm anything free.
I just think it's a better option than Debo saying I'm taking somebody to a funeral.
Or maybe that we should go to Hoochie Burger.
But that's not Valentine's, sweetheart. That's not Valentine's. The fact that we are together attending a service for a homegoing is not Valentine's Day.
Somebody said get you some new handcuffs.
We gonna need them. And that little key.
Joel said get you some new handcuffs.
Yeah, he gonna need them jokers.
So I just want to mention that. One other thing I want to mention is 2 meetings happening tonight, and then I'm gonna get into a couple other topics. I know I got phone calls.
And you gotta take a break.
And I gotta take a break. Okay. For folks that live in the Sherman Park area, Alderman DeAndre Jackson is hosting a community meeting about a gas station, which is located at 4246 West Burleigh Street. So 40 on the corner of Sherman and Burleigh is some gas station right there. The owner is trying to get permission from the city of Milwaukee to go from operating 16 hours a day to 24 hours a day. You are encouraged to attend the meeting to share your perspectives. They want to hear from you. And the meeting is happening over at the Boys and Girls Club off of Sherman. So that is happening this evening. I have to pull it back up to see what time it is. But yeah.
Michelle, can I say something?
Yes.
While you reading that, make sure y'all go to that meeting, because people that don't go, they will give them the open up anyway.
Okay, say that again.
Yeah, no, make sure they go to that meeting. That the people that don't go to the meeting, they will let them open up 24 hours anyway if you don't show up.
And I guess, the question is, do people want, because we've seen sometimes some of those gas stations got turned into a club at night. I know on Fond du Lac, they would turn the lights off. I didn't know what, I pulled up to get gas after being out late one night, and pulled up down here on Fond du Lac. And while I was at the pump, the guy turned the lights off.
Yeah.
Because all these cars had came on the lot and they was dancing and jumped out the cars. And
now Sherman and Capitol used to be like that. Like after the club, like it used to be like the after set. Like everybody would pull up at the gas station and music playing, is girls dancing on top of cars and just all type of stuff. So as a business owner, for the people that did need gas at that particular time, it would scare you away.
Yeah.
Because you'll see all of this chaos going on. Like,
and you can't get to the pumps anyway.
You can't get out once you get in.
To the pump.
Well, I just want to make sure that people know that that meeting is happening. I'm gonna look for the time, and then also I really, really adore Mabel Lamb over at the Sherman Park organization. I can't think of the exact name of it, but they are having a session tonight. It's called Grant Money and Weatherization for Appliances. So join Sherman Park Echo Team for the City of Milwaukee webinar. Learn how you can qualify for grant money to save on weatherization and appliance upgrades. You'll be able to talk live with contractors, program providers who will make the process easy. If you own a single family home in which you live, you are eligible for a grant, with higher grants going to lower income households. So take advantage of the funds while they last. This is happening from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. But this is a webinar. So if you go to the Sherman Park Neighborhood Association website, you should see the link to be able, or you can go to shermanpark.org and you can see the link so you can find out how to get money, grant money, to save on weatherization and to get appliance upgrades. I know in the house that I'm in, our I don't know if this would count, but our our dishwasher is the original dishwasher that was in the house when it was built. So needless to say, after you take the dishes out the dishwasher, you still got to wash the dishes. So I need an appliance upgrade myself. All right, I got a caller. Let me get them in. Then I'm going to take, I'm going to go to break first. Yeah. Let me go to break first. Call if you can. Hang with me. We'll be right back. Sorry, Judy. I'm sorry. I'm saying it, but she said I guess she just tried to go on to the webinar for Sherman Park to register about the program that I just told you guys about, and she said it's already sold, like it's full. So I will hopefully talk to Mabel and see if another one is going to be offered, so that we can make sure that people get access to this stuff. All right. Let me take the caller, and then I'm going to work in El Paso real quick. Hey, caller, what's happening?
All the grocery stores, the flower shop says there is no cauliflower.
You know what? It was hard to hear you.
I said all the grocers and all the store shops for the guy, there's no cauliflower being sold.
Okay, so it was hard to hear it. If you get a chance, call back, and maybe you can mention to Jermaine off the air. Hang on. So let me do this. Yesterday, I talked about El Paso and the fact that the airspace had been closed for 10 days. It was supposed to be closed through February 21st. Shortly after getting off the air yesterday, I began to see stories that the airspace over El Paso had been reopened. And one of the things that they said is that this was a military situation. So let me give you real quickly, because I just want to talk to you again. Can you catch that door for me? The incompetence of this administration. So the Federal Aviation Administration, as I said yesterday, closed the airspace over El Paso for 10 days, reopened it within a matter of hours after the Pentagon authorized use of a laser to shoot down what they said was a Mexican drone. Okay. So when everybody's trying to figure out what's going on, why did you close the airspace? The Pentagon said they were shooting down a Mexican drone. But what they have figured out, oh wait, and I got to get these words. When the Trump administration blamed the temporary closure on an incursion into U.S. airspace by a Mexican drug cartel drone. Okay. That's what the Trump administration said. It was a Mexican drug cartel drone. In their social media post, Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy, who is from Wisconsin, said the U.S. military and FAA had acted, quote, swiftly to address the situation. And this is what Duffy goes on to say in all of his stupidity. The threat has been neutralized, and there is no danger to commercial travel in the region. What they did not tell people is they were shooting down a Mylar balloon. Y'all can get them at the Dollar Tree. A balloon. There was no drone. There was no drug cartel. There was no Mexicali's trying to get into U.S. airspace. All of them was lying or talking about it in a way that you didn't understand. It was a balloon. They shut down and said they were going to shut down airspace over El Paso. And FAA said we already were supposed to be meeting with them because the U.S. had been doing some of these tests of this drone missile stuff capability, and they weren't looping us in. So the the airspace wasn't safe for travelers because they weren't communicating effectively with the local folks about the fact that they was going to be in the airspace doing these little missions. Y'all, while Mexican cartels have used drones to traffic drugs, they've also, been waging wars with rival cartels with the use of drones. This is true. This goes back, though, to 2010 that they've been doing this. So this is not new. This whole, emergency averted and everybody's safe. First of all, you're on some nonsense because it didn't rise to that level of a threat to American citizens. Everything's been averted. We're okay. It's been neutralized. But then when the truth got told, y'all was shooting at balloons. all of this sophisticated technology and radar, and y'all didn't know y'all was shooting at balloons? And then people got to jump out and say, we closing down the airspace. And the airline industry, remember I said yesterday, the airline industry had already started rescheduling flights, giving people flight credits, changing what they were going to do because 1,000 flights were going to be impacted. So that's damage already done. How did I open up the show? Incompetence. What did I talk about right out the gate? Incompetence. Speaking of incompetence, I just have to say this again. You know, when the White House is being run by Fred Flintstone, I'm sorry, are you laughing? But Donald Trump, who just is of another era in time, like literally. And there are people that are his same age that are with it. They keep up with the trends. They try new things. They're staying abreast of the changes in society. You know, they know what's happening. They with it. And then there are some people who are of Donald Trump's age. They stuck in the past. They're unwilling to learn new things. They're unwilling to understand that just because something might have worked back in the day, there's a better way to do it in 2026. So he insists on trying to help businesses, the good old boys who have these coal plants, the coal industry. He insists on trying to prop up this industry, which by all accounts is polluting the country. He just rolled back, environmental protections that have been put in place by the Obama administration, so we back to these car emissions and possibly the regulation being removed to deal with that. So, you drive in some of these cities, the smog is so thick from car emissions, you can barely see in front of you. But yesterday, Donald Trump ordered the Defense Department to purchase power from coal plants. Why are you playing in where the Defense Department, and I shouldn't say defense. Well, yeah, I'm trying not to say the stupid stuff that Hegseth called it, but the Defense Department. Why are you dictating where they purchase their power from? So he is trying to, again, revitalize an industry that's struggling because the tide has shifted. We have better, cleaner, more efficient, cost-effective ways to power, our communities. But he, because he is Fred Flintstone and his feet is dragging the car when he's trying to stop it with the brakes, has said through an executive order that the Pentagon has to secure long-term power purchase agreements with coal plants for all military installations. The coal industry has been in a state of decline for years as it has struggled to compete against natural gas, renewable energy. 16% of U.S. electricity generation came from burning coal in 2023, down from 51% in 2001. In 22 years, we went from 51% usage down to just 16% because people have figured out better, more efficient, more cost-efficient ways to do this. The idea that this man insists on doing things that are so backwards, and you realize it is because you are doing it to benefit friends, cronies, supporters, an industry of old guard thinkers like you who don't want to be brought into the next century, the next generation of the way we do business. It's maddening. It is absolutely maddening. And the thing that we got to pay attention to, when a lot of these environmental protections are stripped away, I need y'all to always remember which community stands to be harmed the most. That is Black folks. That is our communities. That's why that phrase that many of us only became aware of in the last 10, 15 years, environmental justice, freeways being run straight through Black neighborhoods, tearing up Black businesses, dislocating homeowners, making it inaccessible to get to a grocery store, all of these different things that happen, city dumps, now these data centers coming into areas that are lower economic areas, cell towers over our heads. Like, when we stop regulating what people can do in the environment, our children, in terms of asthma and, different types of sicknesses, those things go up. So I'm going to end the show here for the week. That I know it's a lot that we asking y'all to cover and to pay attention to. There's a recent effort to gut voting rights even more. The House of Representatives just passed a voter ID bill that is one of the strictest and most ridiculous to date. There is just a lot. There is a lot. But even with that being said, we get to pay attention. We get to fight. We get to determine what's important. And we get to put people in office who are going to share those values. This won't last always. But while it's in place, everything that we can think of to do to protect our communities and our children and our residents, that's what we're going to have to do. So with that being said, let me say, bruhs, I appreciate y'all.
Indeed.
Clark, I know you already got your Valentine situation taken care of. And for Mr. Lonely over here.
2 is the loneliest number. 2.
we gonna work on Valentine's Day offline. Everybody else, I don't care if it's just a handwritten note that expresses how you truly care about somebody, feel about somebody. Y'all do something special for somebody. Unexpected. That's thoughtful. Do something. And do something for your kids too. All right.
Break up with them.
Bye.